big question I get asked from students, but also from potential students alike, is what is the funnel that I'm using to grow my coaching business to $100,000 in recurring income every month with one offer, zero sales calls, zero sales team, and in 4 hours a day. And in this video, I'm going to give you the answer. And I'm going to literally draw out and show you the funnel that I use to be able to achieve this. For reference, last month we done 60 odd thousand, $56,000 in sales. It worked out as 10 new clients split between 2 levels of access to my one offer that I have. And that was all sold again, no sales calls, all in the DMs, all inbound leads as well. And obviously the funnel I'm going to show you now is what's allowed me to do that. And it's the same funnel that will get us to the 100K in recurring income monthly. So let's get straight to it. So the key thing with how I do things, or how I'm wanting to do things and continue to do things, is I have rules around my business and how I show up and what I do in it. And so those rules are pretty simple. You have to excuse my handwriting. The rules are simple. Number one is prioritizing profit. Now, profit for me is anything more than 90%. That's what I want to aim for. Number two, simplicity. So keeping things simple. And what does that look like to me? It's one offer. Number three is freedom. And again, if I was to quantify freedom, for me, I don't want to work any more than 4 hours per day. And number four, passion. And that is building a business that I love and I don't want to run away from. And then number five, the final rule is impact. Okay, and helping others, because selfishly, sure it's the same for you. Helping others makes me feel good. And I obviously want to feel good as often as possible. And so the more I can help others, the more I feel good. And so they're the rules I follow with building my coaching business. And so every decision, every action, every investment I make, every change I make to my business is all done with those 5 rules in mind. And if they break any of those rules, then I just won't do it. Even if it makes me more money, if it breaks one of those rules, I won't do it. And so that's what I do in terms of my mindset around this. Now, with most coaching businesses and most funnels, people do tend to overcomplicate it. And that's one thing that is important to me, is that, again, it's that simplicity of the funnel. It's the simplicity of the work you're doing. And so for me, I break down my business into 4, non-negotiable daily activities. Okay. Now I do call this your money minutes, but we'll just ignore that for the moment. But 4 daily activities that if I do these daily activities, I will grow my business. Now, number 1 is posting content. So I post content every day. Number 2 is I make an offer every day. Number 3 is I chat with, leads every day. And number 4 is I serve my clients every day. At the core of it, my coaching business, your coaching business, the core of it, it revolves around those 4 activities. And there's not really anything else that matters, quite frankly. Again, when you're making decisions as to what to do to grow the business, it needs to revolve around one of those 4 things. I look at it as daily activities, and I do something every day, and these are 4 things that I do towards that. The key thing is that, okay, well, Harry, how do you then scale your business if you're only going to be doing 4 activities per day? Will you hit a plateau? How do you actually scale beyond a certain number? And the simple answer is 2 ways. Number 1 is you either do more of each of these. So you post more content, you make more offers, you chat with more leads, you serve more clients. If you do more of all of those 4 things every day, your business will grow, right? Very, very simple. The other way is you just do things better, right? You improve the quality of everything you do. You post better content, which gives you better leverage, better return. You make better offers. you chat with better leads, or you chat in a better way with your leads, and you serve your clients in a better way, get them better results. So it's really the 4 key activities. You do more or you do it better. That's how you scale beyond a certain number. But again, it's not that there's not other things you can do. It's just that for me, with the rules that I have, that's the daily activities I can do within the time that I give myself to put towards my business. Okay. And so that's how that works. But now getting into the funnel aspect of it. Now I see the funnel not so much as a singular one directional funnel, but I see funnels, and especially how I do things, I see it as a cycle, right? A cycle that should build momentum, go around, around, and around, and build momentum. The more you do it, as time goes by, build momentum like a flywheel. And that's how I really have designed my workflow and my funnel with my coaching business. Now, the first step of that follows the first daily action, which is posting content. Okay, so posting content is number 1 stage of the funnel. But the content itself, what do I do? What's my content process? Well, I post 4 types of, I post content in 4 places, I should say. I have my Instagram content. So I post on Instagram, I post on email, I post on YouTube, and I post on stories. They're the only 4 places that I post content. Now, the strategy of content that I use, something that I call, I'll put it here, soul content. And soul content is the method, it's the mechanism behind the content that I post. And the reason I call it soul content is pretty simple. It's because most people, when they create content for the brain. Okay, and the brain, this is a very bad drawing of a brain in red, but most people create content for the brain. However, soul content is posting content for the soul. And there's a very clear difference. Soul content, you are creating for promises, or you're marketing promises. Usual value content for the brain is marketing promises. Soul content, you're marketing to ideas. You're going from marketing value to marketing a shift. You're going from marketing tips and hacks to marketing philosophy. You're going from outcomes to mechanisms, from problems to symptoms, from a niche to an identity. Okay, that's the core of soul content. And so whether you're posting on one platform, whether you're posting on all 4 of these platforms, if you follow the soul content philosophy and the soul content method, then you can know that you are attracting what I like to call soulmate clients. Okay, and you're attracting the right people in the first place to your funnel. And it's important to say that this funnel does not work unless you attract the right people into it in the first place, right? It's as simple as that. It will not work unless you get the right people coming through. It doesn't work, right? And I know many people have tried to sell in the DMs. They've tried to sell without sales calls, without a team, with only inbound, and it doesn't work because you're just attracting the wrong people. And that's all down to the content. So that's stage 1 of the funnel. Stage 2, we move on. We move on to making an offer. Okay, so again, the funnel is a replica or reflects your daily activities. So make an offer. Now, in terms of what offers do you make every day and what offers do you make to move people through your funnel? Again, I have 4. So the first ones, and I won't explain all of them. The first one is what I call a ghost magnet. That's just something that I teach inside the program to my students. The second is an impulse offer. Third is your lead magnet, or as I would call it, a value magnet. And then the fourth is your conversion magnet. Okay, and so every day, every week, every month, you have these 4 offers that you are making to your audience. And what these do is generate leads, it generates conversations. More importantly, this is really the lifeblood of your business. Is the more offers you can make, the more conversations, the more clients you're going to get. The key thing is to make sure that each offer, you're not offering the same thing in the same place every single day. You're offering something different in a different place in terms of your ecosystem every day. So then that way it doesn't feel like you're overselling, because you're always selling somewhere different as every day goes by. Now, the key thing with this and what works really well for me are the impulse offers. Now, an impulse offer, pretty simply, is taking work that you're already doing. It's taking part of your business, part of your coaching program, and it's selling it to your followers as its own separate thing. Now, the key part with that is you're selling it not as a unique offer, not as a low ticket offer, not as its own offer in itself, but you're selling it on its own, but you're selling it in a way where you're not doing any additional work to market it, to sell it, to deliver it. You're basically just selling something you're already doing, right? And so you're making money from something, or you're making money from work you've actually already been paid to do. And that's what an impulse offer is. You do it once, twice a month, maybe. You generate sales, you generate cash flow from the audience you already have, doing work that you're already doing, and you market it in a way that you already market. Don't have to create new things for it or market it in a different way to new people or to different people. It's for the same audience, the same type of clients, same target audience. Nothing changes apart from the call to action for the impulse offer rather than your main program. That's the only thing that changes. Okay. And so impulse offers is what we use to take people from being strangers, from being followers, to then becoming customers, to becoming people who have actually paid you something. Because the people who buy, they are always going to be better leads than the people who just want free stuff. Okay, so you'll see that as much as possible, we're driving people to an impulse offer more than we are to a lead magnet or to any other things that there might be there. The other key component of that is the conversion magnet. Now, the conversion magnet could be a guide, can be a PDF, usually a VSL of some kind, a video pretty similar to this. Conversion magnet is setting people very clearly on three things. Okay, you have to sell people on, you have to sell people on you, your mechanisms, and your offer. Okay, they are the three sales you have to make to get people to buy from you. And the whole idea of selling in the DMs is that you are pre-selling people on at least the first two before they have a conversation with you. And that's what a conversion magnet does. A conversion magnet is designed to pre-sell people on you as a person and pre-sell people on the mechanism, the methods that you teach inside of your program. And the more pre-sold they are on those two things, then the offer becomes just the logical sale, the logical part of the sale, the logical next step for them. When they're reading that, they don't need to be sold on it because they're already sold on working with you. That's just the logical part of the sale. It just makes sense, right? And so pre-sale on the first two. The third one is what you then show people in a conversation. And so that's the role of a conversion magnet. Now, from posting content every day to making an offer every day, the next stage, the next part of that process is then chatting with your leads. Okay, so I'll put here chat with leads. Now, chatting with leads is pretty simple. There's your DMs conversation, and it's sending your offer. Now, for me, my DM conversations are very, very simple. They typically look something like this. I say, hi, thanks for reaching out. Can I ask some questions? Tell me a bit about what you do, your offer, what's your problem, what's your goal. That's it, and as soon as I know that I can help them, great. I send them my offer, which is on a document. They look at it and they say yes or they say no. It's a very, very simple process. Now, the key thing, however, with this is that I do not sell every day. I make offers every day, but I do not sell every day. And it's because I run what I call an open close cycle, an open close enrollment process. And so I open and close the program every single month. Now, I don't do it every 3 months or every year or whatever. Every month I open and close a program. I do what's known as the Rolex strategy. Pretty simple. Rolex, they have a wait list. If you want to get a Rolex, you have to go on a wait list. They don't sell to anyone. They make it very hard to buy. There's a lot of friction in that in that process that you can only buy from a certain place. You can only buy it from a certain person. You can only buy a certain watch. You have to go on a wait list. You have to wait. It's a Rolex strategy. And so I use that exact same principles in my coaching business. And it means that I have a much better control over the supply and demand of my program. I can control that tension between supply and demand, and I can do what I want with it. And so if I want to ramp up the demand, then I have to restrict the supply, right? And vice versa. And I have control over that through a waitlist process. And so that's something that, yes, it works because it provides real scarcity, real urgency that I can use when I'm selling to people. But the key thing is it creates mental space. It allows me to not have to worry about selling to people all day, every day, and having those types of conversations. It means that I can focus on other things that I enjoy for 3 weeks of the month, so or more than that. It's only 3 days of the month that I open up the program. So for the other 27, 28 days, I can make content. I can enjoy life. I can enjoy my hobbies, and I can take time off work and do whatever I want to. I haven't got to be always selling, always on, which allows and creates a lot of mental space for me personally and a lot of peace, right? Which again is one of the key reasons I build a business in the way I'm doing it. Um, Eventually, once I hit my capacity, which is around about 60 clients, and that's all I need is 60 clients to get to 1 million per year. Once I get to that number, eventually it will go to a one in, one out policy. So instead of me opening up every single month, it will be one person leaves, one person joins, right? And that's exactly how I will then do it with a wait list. And it'll be a first come, first serve kind of process from that point. So that would be the kind of the idea moving forward. The key thing with the offer, however, something I missed is, of course, the offer is sold via a document. It can be a Google Doc, can be a Notion doc, can be a landing page, doesn't matter. The key thing, however, is how the offer is structured. So for me, when it comes to the offer, there's really two ways of offers. You have the traditional way, which is you have multiple offers, right? So you have low ticket, high ticket, mid ticket, very high ticket, and so on. That's your traditional way. But the challenge with that, you have different things to market, different ways to market it, different delivery mechanisms, typically different types of people and different offers. It's very complex. And again, for me, limited on the hours I want to work and limited on the team I want to have and the money I want to spend, and the mental clarity I want to have, that just doesn't work for me. So I have one offer, and rather than monetizing the products, I'm monetizing access. Okay. And so the higher proximity you have to me, the more expensive it is to be in the program. So I typically have two levels of the main program, and then I also sell the impulse offers, which again is work I'm already doing within the program. So anything and everything that you see me sell exists within one offer. It's not a different offer. It's not something I've made separately. It's all the same offer, but I'm just taking one product or one offer and selling it in many ways, as opposed to having many offers that I sell in many ways. Okay, so it's going from many offers sold many ways to one offer sold many ways instead. That's the whole idea behind the universal offer, which is what I call it. Again, it's not a new concept. This is what other people do this. The key thing, however, with how I do it, I don't just look at it as a delivery mechanism. I don't just look at it as a marketing mechanism. For me, it's all about program design as well. It's about how can I design the program, not just to make it easier for me in terms of time, but more importantly, how do I prioritize retention over everything else? Because getting to 1 million per year, like I said, it's 60 clients. It means I only need to get 60 sales in theory per year if I can retain my clients. And so retention doesn't happen by chance. It happens by design. And so part of the universal offer, in terms of how I teach it, is I teach how to retain people, how to design your program in such a way that people move and flow through that program and they want to renew. And people don't buy and die. They don't buy and stay for a few months and then disappear. They buy and they renew, and they increase the lifetime value massively. So people stick around not for months, but for years. Okay. And that is not, again, like I said, by chance that happens. That is by design that happens. The final part of this funnel, the final part of the process is getting client results, right? And so I'm not going to actually go through that today on this video, because again, that's an entire system behind that. But that is the final step, right? It's getting clients results. And so again, if we kind of zoom out and look at this from the top, the process is really simple. You have 4 daily activities you have to stick to: post content, make offers, chat with leads, serve your clients. And as long as you stick to those 4 daily fundamentals, you can guarantee and ensure that your coaching business will be growing. Now, whether you are posting, like I said, on all of the different platforms, whether you're making 4 different offers or you only have one offer at a time, you're rotating between that and something else, whether you're chatting with one lead or a billion leads, whether you have one client or 20 clients or 100, you know, it's up to you. And those things change over time. But again, the point is that the simplicity of it. Whenever you're worried about, okay, what do I need to do to be able to grow the business? It's never what funnel do I need to fix, right? Or what automation do I need to run? Or what ad should I do next? Or what's the new strategy I need to work on? That is not what the conversation is. The conversation always comes back to, okay, well, how can I post more content or how can I post better content? How can I make more offers or how can I make better offers? How can I chat with more leads or how can I attract better leads? How can I get more clients or how can I serve my clients better or serve them in a higher, a more maybe in-depth way? And so, like I said, for me, I don't claim this to be the best funnel, the best system, the best process, the one that's going to be making the most money, but it is the best system for me. The one that means I can maintain 100K months with 90% profit margin, 4 hours a day, with one offer, with simplicity, with peace, with mental clarity, with a business that I enjoy, that I actually want to show up in, that I want to work with clients, a business that I don't need a break from, a business that is actually helping others and is actually getting results, and a business where, you know, I'm having fun at the end of the day and I'm working with clients I want to be working with, my soulmates, again, as I call them. That's the business that I want. That's the type of coaching business that I have and I want to maintain. And I'm not about just trying to make money just for the sake of making money. I've done that before, and I've made lots of money, but I don't want to do it anymore. Right. And so this is the newer direction. This is what I'm more aligned to. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, it's probably what you're aligned to as well. And so, yeah, look, if you're interested in how you can keep scaling your coaching business in a way that prioritizes profit, peace, and passion, then keep watching. Keep watching the videos. I have new videos coming out, give or take every week or so. If you have any questions, put them in the comments down below. Otherwise, I'll have another video you can watch in the description down below as well. Click on that link, have a watch of that. That describes this system in much more detail than what I've done today. But that's just your initial introduction. So like I said, any questions, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy your day. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.